I'll never forget that chilling autumn evening when I first realized that something sinister had taken control of my beloved Aunt Bersha. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding as I approached her old, decrepit house on the outskirts of town. I had always been wary of her, with her unsettling reputation for dabbling in the dark arts and her eerie collection of ancient tomes on the occult. Little did I know that the horrors I was about to encounter would forever haunt my dreams. Aunt Bersha was an enigmatic figure in our family, known for her striking beauty and peculiar habits. She had lived alone in that ominous, creaking mansion for as long as I could remember, surrounded by a cacophony of whispers that floated through the town. The locals believed that she possessed an uncanny connection to the supernatural, a connection she had nurtured for decades. One fateful evening, I received a letter from Aunt Bersha inviting me to her house. It was an invitation I couldn't ignore, as it was delivered by a raven with feathers as black as midnight. The note was cryptic, urging me to come at dusk under the blood-red moon. Intrigued and apprehensive in equal measure, I decided to confront the secrets that had shrouded my aunt for so long. As I entered her eerie abode, the atmosphere grew thick and suffocating, like a heavy fog enveloping my senses. The walls were adorned with strange symbols and peculiar relics, while the air was laden with the scent of incense and ancient manuscripts. Aunt Bersha herself appeared altered, her once bright eyes now clouded by a sinister darkness. "Come closer, my dear," she whispered, her voice a mere echo of the woman I once knew. I hesitated but took a few steps forward. She beckoned me towards an ornate obsidian mirror that hung ominously on the wall. "Look into the mirror, child," she urged, her voice echoing with an eerie resonance. "See the truth that has been hidden from you for so long." I peered into the mirror, and my blood ran cold. My reflection was no longer my own. Instead, I saw a malevolent entity, a shadowy jinn with fiery eyes and a malevolent grin. I tried to turn away, but I was paralyzed, unable to break the jinn's hypnotic gaze. "Aunt Bersha," I stammered, "what have you done?" She cackled, a sound that sent shivers down my spine. "I have made a pact with the jinn," she hissed, "for power, for immortality, but in exchange, I must do its bidding." As she spoke, the mirror's surface rippled like dark water, and the jinn stepped through, its presence filling the room with an aura of malevolence. I felt a cold hand on my shoulder as Aunt Bersha's possessed body began to chant in a language I couldn't comprehend. The jinn's eyes bore into mine, and I could feel its ancient, maleficent power coursing through me. It whispered promises of unimaginable power and dark secrets that would unlock the mysteries of the universe. In that moment, I knew I had a choice to make. I could surrender to the jinn's seductive promises or fight for my soul and the aunt I had once loved. Summoning every ounce of strength within me, I tore my gaze away from the mirror and fled the house, leaving behind the possessed shell of Aunt Bersha and the sinister jinn. To this day, I am haunted by that nightmarish encounter, forever changed by the knowledge of the dark forces that exist in the world. I started praying after that day that I will find a way to rescue my aunt from the clutches of the jinn and put an end to the malevolence that has taken hold of her. Until then, I live with the harrowing memory of that spooky night when the supernatural world collided with our own, leaving me with a chilling story of jinn and sorcery that will haunt me for the rest of my days.